Welcome, guys. I hope you guys are having a wonderful day. Yes, as you read in the description below, this will be a romance and love reading of the week. It has been requested, so we will be focusing strictly on that today. Remember, this is a timeless reading, so whenever you're seeing this, these messages were obviously meant to find you in the time that you needed to hear them. Take what resonates, leave what doesn't in the comment section. Let us know. Yeah, there will hardly be any timestamps in this video as this will be a full love reading. I will put timestamps of possibly the tarot read, some oracles and stuff like that. So you guys can see that in the description below. And any decks that I am using today will be linked in the descriptions below, so you guys can go check them out. I am not sponsored by any of these tarot decks. I use them because I truly do like them, okay? So we're going to go ahead and get started with the love reading tarot. Let's see what's going on. Let's see the messages that you guys need to hear. We will always be doing the little shuffle in our videos because it is requested. You guys do like these. If you guys want to know a little bit about me, I'm not sure who I am. My name is Luna. I am a tarot reader of going on about 7 years now. It is what I do professionally, so do know that you can always book a private reading with me below. My prices are very, very affordable. They're 50% off right now if you guys want to go check that out. As well as I also do candles, intention candles and spell candles. So if you guys need a little bit of help in those departments, you can go check it out, and I do offer a lot of those things, as well as that will be in the description and the About Me section on my page. Hit that follow button. That subscribe button really does help me out as I am on the road to 500 followers, so thank you guys so much for that. Okay, let's see what Spirit has to say about love. So there are some cycles coming to an end, some completions happening. So maybe our relationship is coming to an end. Maybe we're looking for something new. We will just read this as it's coming through, okay? We'll leave this card up here as the last one to be read. So the World card, cycles coming to an end. Completion is ending when it comes to a love or a cycle. So maybe we have been finished with a relationship. Maybe we're looking for something new. We want to follow our hearts. The Knight of Cups is all about following your heart, what you think is best for you. There's obviously something that has been bugging you with the Four of Swords, keeping you awake at night. Maybe just mentally you just can't do it anymore. This relationship is causing you so much turmoil, and it's very obvious because the Ten of Swords is put a fork in you, you're done. This is the ending. This is the ending of something, painful endings. This is where you need to realize, like, listen, instead of trying to go back and fix something that isn't working for me, really open your arms to this new cycle, this understanding. When it comes to the World card, you have the power to walk through whatever door necessary to create this abundance, to find this road, to find this path, to help you finally find that peace you need. When we feel that we have to keep going backwards to fix things, this is not a healthy way to live in a relationship. Remember, it's not your job to fix other people. It's not your job to make other people happy except for you. You are your number one priority. We are looking for wish fulfillment when it comes to love. Now remember, wish fulfillment comes with work. It doesn't just happen by sitting on the couch and hoping that one day it's going to show up. Like, no, you have to put in that work. Start by making a list. So let's say that maybe this person is causing us some turmoil. Maybe we are exhausted and we feel we're at our end, but we still want to bring this person into our life. We still want to follow our heart because we feel like we can make it work. That's so amazing. Like, remember, this is free will, guys. You guys get to decide what you do with your lives. But in the sense of, if you're going to work on things, you have to communicate with the person that you're with. You have to let them know what your wishes are for yourself in this relationship. And you both have to come together with that list and make it work for both of you, right? Some people forget two individuals come together with two different personalities and they clash. Well, of course they are, because you guys are two different human beings with two different personalities. This is normal. This is a very normal thing, but communication is key. So if you want this person to come back into your cycle, now's the time to do that. There's the sense of needing to be heard and not being quieted. There's this sense of understanding. The Hierophant is about teaching, about learning. It's about understanding and listening to your guides and understanding the higher message behind the situation. So really open your ears up and say, am I trying to learn something from this, or am I trying to guide and become a teacher? Now remember, there's a difference between forcing somebody to do something when they don't want to, and there's a difference between being a guide, being that safe person. So really listen to where this is taking you. Are you the teacher? Are you the student? And is there something to be had? But your voice is meant to be heard, so you shouldn't be quieted, okay? The Magician card. So when I pull this particular card in love readings, the Magician card is all about cycles. So when things are good, they're great, but when they're bad, they're bad. So it's like this complete vicious cycle. You guys keep manifesting the same things over and over again. There truly isn't an ending to the cycle. It just keeps going over and over. Now, of course, we want to work for this complete emotional happiness and fulfillment when it comes to the 10 of Cups. But the thing about the 10 of Cups is you have to work towards it. Remember how I keep saying in this reading, work? Because that is what it is. Things don't just happen in life because you magically want them to. There is work. Manifestation takes work. Wish fulfillment takes work. Relationships take work. You can't just say you love somebody and expect things to work. There has to be work put behind this. So are you surrounding yourself with somebody who makes you feel emotionally loved, respected, and treated with kindness? And if this is not the case, we've got to push for this situation. So maybe stop trying to fix what is unfixable and focus on yourself. That might be the key to finding this relationship or working on this quote unquote relationship. And I do feel in this reading, we are talking about your current relationship. Now, I feel like we are balancing different options. This could mean like, hey, I'm not really 100% sure this person is meant for me. Maybe I'm talking to somebody else on the side. No judgment. We're looking for happiness, but this can get messy. Remember this. We have to start making those decisions. We have to realize like balancing two different options is going to get very confusing and it's going to get really tricky. So I think instead of just keep continuing to balance, you have to keep pushing forward and making that decision and finally realize, what does this abundance look like for you? Is this person giving you what it is you're looking for? You feel very, very alone in this relationship. You feel very, very alone in this relationship, okay? The 5 of Pentacles is like, man, I'm not being listened to. This really sucks. The abundance just isn't there. I feel by myself. And the thing is if you've communicated, you've talked, you've tried to help, maybe this is the point where we have to say we have to start focusing on ourselves, because you're not by yourself. You deserve to be heard and understood. And there could be some very stubborn energies coming forward in this relationship reading, some very, very stubborn energies with the Emperor card. This could be somebody who is all about themselves. They don't want to listen to you. No matter how many times you tell them something, they're not interested in listening. They just want, they know that they're right regardless of your understanding, right? They think that they are right all the time. And that's not a very healthy relationship in the sense that this isn't a balanced relationship. This is very much very one-sided. And then it starts becoming mental games, mental turmoil with the 5 of Swords. This is very much a very negative, lower vibrational energy card. This card is stating that like, this person is purposely tearing you down. They're making you feel a certain way about yourself mentally. Remember, the swords are from the shoulders up. This is all about how you think about the situation. So this person is very good at getting in your brain and twisting and turning your puzzle into confusion and making you believe in something that isn't true. I do ultimately feel like, though, that this person makes you happy. And this is hard. I'm not saying you're in an abusive relationship, but when you are stuck between happiness and negativeness, and then that Magician card, which is those cycles, it's hard to see like which direction you're supposed to go, right? Which direction you're supposed to go. And the 5 of Cups has popped itself out there. So this tells me that the passion in your relationship is insane. It might be good when it's good, but when it's bad, it's bad. This can be abusive physically, mentally, spiritually in relationships. This can be the fire in your belly that's like, I'm right, you're wrong, you don't know what you're talking about. This is like yelling and arguing and just very negative lower vibration. So not only do they mentally play games with you, or you could be the person doing this in a relationship. It takes two, remember. Or you could be a physical, like just screaming and yelling, and that passion that comes in a relationship. This is what we have to steer away from. This energy is not healthy. right? So then we have to think to ourselves, wow, I change and evolve as a person. That's what I'm supposed to do. You guys, we're all supposed to change and evolve. We are flowers. We're supposed to grow, die off in the season, bloom back bigger and stronger. Like, we're always supposed to change. But the thing about changing is we have to communicate with the person that we're with that, you know what? I'm evolving and changing. I don't necessarily like this anymore. And that's okay to tell somebody that. There are ways of doing it and there are ways of not doing it. But I think that there's some serious breaks in this communication in the relationship, which could really help bring you to a lot closer if you chose to, right? So maybe you guys are spending too much time partying. Maybe there's too much substance going on here that when you guys are out doing this, things are great, but it's blinding you from seeing the truth. And now you feel like there is a decision. So I feel like the person who is listening to this, you as the one I'm reading for, is feeling like you have to make a decision. And this is telling me that you're probably not 100% happy with your relationship, that this is a decision that you feel that you don't want to make, but you have to. You're blindfolded. So maybe if you just don't see it, you won't have to deal with it. But I'm starting to feel that maybe you're starting to understand that this isn't working for you. Not because I'm saying it is, but because you feel this way. This is how the reading's coming out, right? But the 10 of Pentacles, remember, surround yourself with people who make you feel abundantly good and safe and secure with yourself. And here's where we have to start having some serious boundaries with you. This is you setting boundaries. You should always set boundaries with everyone in your life with the 9 of Wands. It's the line in the sand. If you cross that line, I bite, right? And the thing is that we forget to set it for ourselves. And the card sitting right at the bottom of the deck is the Death card. This is the card I always pull at the end of the tarot part of it. And it's like the Death card is metamorphosis. It's change. We can't fight the death cycles. We have to understand that something mentally, spiritually, physically just isn't working in this situation. So how are we going to change this? And the thing is, you have to start looking at yourself. You have to realize this is your life. You have to understand what makes you happy, right? So something has to come to an end when it comes particularly in this relationship, if it's not suiting you anymore. Let's pull some love cards here. A very deep love reading this time. Sometimes we get so blinded with love, and love isn't the only thing that makes relationships work. It actually should be the last thing on the list. It should be everything else, the respect, the kindness, and love that comes with people, right? A key with your heart. So meeting somebody, opening your heart to maybe other ideas, other places, focusing on yourself, working on your shadow work is really important. Your shadow work is like your inner child, things that have been hurting you, really focusing on healing those pains, talking. Maybe you're talking to somebody else. Maybe you're interested in other things. And like I said, no judgment here. In the separation, you're unsure of the future. You're thinking about you, which you should be thinking about you. So maybe you're unsure with this person, right? Maybe you feel that things have gone too far. Maybe you're like, wow, I'm just too far into the relationship. I just can't say no, but you can. It is your life. Remember that. And the coffee cup. So savoring the moment. So instead of just savoring the good moments, remember the bad moments too, because relationships are always going to be up and down, but they're not going to be super up and super down. They're going to be an even keel. Like I said, two people in it's the same room with two different personalities are not always going to jive, but it shouldn't be like this, right? And the coffin is my way of saying the death card. So this is the ending to new beginnings, growth, change, liberation. There is definitely something that is not working in this current relationship, my love. Current relationship. Okay. I'm going to pull some time frames in this one as well. Let's see what's going on with this. So I see 7 months being a time frame to look out for, and also 2 weeks. Now I will say when it comes to time frames, this is more fortune telling than it is guidance. So really take time frames with a grain of salt. Okay, with a grain of salt. I'm going to pull for my love deck here. Give me just a sec. Pull. Let friendships help you. So ask for acceptance and support and help from others. So you're not by yourself. Let other people know that there might be some changes that you need help with. And a heart-to-heart conversations, honestly discuss your feelings with each other. And this is what we talked about. So see if there's something you can do to fix it. But we can't always force people to do things we don't want to do, right? So this is the ending of this reading, this timeless love reading. Let me know in the comment section below if this helped guide you and what made sense. I do post weekly, guys, so don't forget to hit that follow button, that subscribe button, and thank you so much for always supporting me. I love you guys so much, and I will see you guys in the next video.